Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So, looks like to access the game, we gotta tap over here. So, it's gonna be kind of a loading process. Got our warning right here, and now we're back with Doki Doki Literature Club. So, let us load from here, which is where I say you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. It's fine. So we left off right here. This is a literature club after all, so I sigh. I guess is what I ended up. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. So yeah, we go right into it. I don't have a big prolonged intro, we go right into it. That's how we do it here. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh, they gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. So Yori liked it, and Guillermo did too. But based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Guillermo liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Oh boy, here it comes. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Oh gosh, oh, drama. Maybe you're just jealous that Guillermo appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. If I gotta make a decision on who's better, is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... Oh, gosh. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Guillermo started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, both of them. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as they noticed I was standing there. Guillermo, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Okay. I'm gonna try to... What should I do here? Because if I have to choose between both of them, this is a little difficult of a choice. And I feel like this choice would affect a certain... would affect, like, getting an ending of some sort. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Honestly, I like Natsuki's reasoning here, because I hate having to, like, study poems and just learn every little detail. I do like that. Help me explain that, Sir Guillermo. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You see, that's also a good point. It's also hard to... You get what I'm saying? This is a tough choice, because as a writer myself, I feel like both... It's kind of like a to each their own kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because people have different ideas on how to write poems, whether it's using metaphors and allegories or just making it simple. You understand that, right, Guillermo? Well, gosh. Because that's what I would say in this situation. That's what I would say. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's gonna be... Oh, there is a help me, Sayori! Okay. So, Natsuki says simple writing is more effective when the meaning is just there and you know what it is. Yuri is deep metaphors and allegories, and I'm assuming help me, Sayori is the neutral. And I want to stay neutral. I kind of want to stay neutral because I feel like that's the best idea. But I also feel like but if I choose a neutral option, that might lead to like a bad ending. And and if praise anything to learn from and Simulacra in the past, I am very good at getting bad endings. So, but I just gotta go with it. It's just what I would do in this situation, so. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. I decided to turn to Yuri. Yuri. Yuri's face is also so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Don't be like that. Now that's just gaslighting. Don't be. Guillermo. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their feelings in our conflict. Can we find a middle ground here? Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Okay, thank you. Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. No, I'm good. Sayori. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. And Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I can't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. It's fine, it's fine. Yeah. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes she's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see, there goes your pose again. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Oh, I sense a foreshadowing. That makes two of us. You can count on me. You can smile sweetly, causing my stomach to knot. I know, because Monica's obviously the best out of all of them. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Guillermo, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress, and not to myself with a newfound determination. Guillermo, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. I need to stop doing that. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, what about what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. This was the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Yay. You know, Guillermo, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. I was thinking you get along with everyone. This is what makes me happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Oh, they really like me. In fact, they've been arguing over me, and that's the whole point. Every day's gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? Yes, it does. It does need to stop there. Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Answer writing. It's got more poem writing. Okay, now we're gonna do the exact opposite. Cute is gonna... What if I do the most random words? Actually, I gotta... So I did the most devastating words this time. We could try to go for the very opposite and try to do cutesy words like, well, cute or flower. Flower. Okay. Daydream. Ooh. Milk. How about vivacious? Ooh, I like me a vivacious. A bouncy. How about love? Nibble. Socks. Alright, what about some fun? Bliss. Bunny. Color. Joy. Hop. Yeah, hop, skip, and a giggle. As well as, you're gonna do a little bit of horror in there, just, you know. You need the dark in order to show the light. Got that Bob Ross. I'm sorry, I've been watching Bob Ross all the time, I tell you, all the time. Cheer. What the effulgent, whatever. Pink. Portrait. Oh boy. Partay. Not to mention rainbow. Sayori is gonna like that one. Yuri, not so much, but it's alright. I might go for a specific ending or appeal to everybody, but I want to appeal to Monica. Monica's the best. If I get the option to spend the most time with Monica, I will. Trust me. Oh, I didn't even read it. Oh well. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Good. Entering the club room. The usual scene greets me. Hi, Guillermo. Yo, yo. Okay, you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a... Guillermo, what's up with you? Eh? What? Guillermo, what the heck? Said it. No reason, really. Guillermo? Yeah, hold the phone here. Just want to look at it. A little suspicious there. I'm not liking this. Nervously retrieves her coin purse. What is this? He fumbles with the latch and gets it open. He turns it upside down and lets the contents spill to the desk. 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. You had me there, Guillermo. You had me. So either you're not hungry, or you just want an excuse to take a walk. Or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was something in my book. Yuri, tell Guillermo to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Dang. Way to tell her. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. That doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way that you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I got to accept the retribution. That. You confused me. So, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Yeah. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club even before she told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles into the desk. What the heck? Oh, black. Yeah. Ow. Ugh, my voice died. What was, a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Was Natsuki listening in our conversation? Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. What is going on? Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. She's still starstruck from the cookie. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and that's just tears. Whatever. He's so good. Sayori slowly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. I try it. Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm so really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat, goes beside Natsuki, wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie's still in hand. Natsuki. Oh, wait. Sayori suddenly leaves down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori, eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh, where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. No, where Monica at? I hope she's okay. True, I do hope she's okay, because Monica's the best. Of course she's okay. She probably just has something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. No! You're like more desirable than all of us combined. Gosh, dang it! That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. Thank you. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. I was totally worried. I want to know where you... I'm sorry. That sounds creepy. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. He's so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Yes! Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You'd have heard the bell ring at least. Guess I'd have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? That was where you play music as well, Monica. She could do everything. What's not to appreciate? I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Everyone's looking at me, jeez. Yay, that sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Guillermo. There's the pose again. You know it. Every time it says Monica smiles sweetly, that's how you know. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, did I miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Gotcha. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. So I'm down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? You can always get your portrait of Markov and continue off into where you left off. I guess we always need something Yuri gave me. Feel a little too tired to read. Yeah, you want that action, do you? What if I'll fall asleep right now? If you do, then that ought to be something to wait. I'm sorry, I lost my entire train of thought. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Mama said the idea of literature is so dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? If we could come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come to the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? Theater adaptation of a book? I don't know. Got a whole library. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. I mean, if it is a school, there will be people that will check out the literature section. I mean, I would, personally. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's ready to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, what do you think? Do you think food will do the trick? Ooh, what kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. Was it? That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcake, speak to my creation. Sure. Yeah. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori's still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, she has trouble finding any motivation else. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! I open my eyes. Oh, you're close. Feeling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, are you? Now you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. See if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. Ain't no problem. What about you? You look out for me, but you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days in the past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Just give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips on the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. Dang, Guillermo, really getting up on her case. Really lecturing her. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. Sayori has a point, as I feel that too. It's just more than just your hair. Like, your bow isn't straight either. There's the toothpaste stain in your collar right here. Try to wipe out the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Dang, Guillermo, jeez! What is with you? Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Jeez, Guillermo. Shut up. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Whoa! Hold up. What kind of angle is this? How am I like so much taller than her? Jeepers creepers. This is so funny. What is? I better get through this quick. What kind of angle is this? If somebody walks in the room and they see this, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be done for. Well, I was thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. Guillermo, you put yourself in this situation, okay? Not me. I'm just a dude in the background. I'm just a puppet master. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why can't just let her do it herself? Is that so hard? Is that so difficult? Why is it so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her. Just let her do it herself, okay? Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? No. Don't say... Gosh! Can we go back? This... Anyway. It looks so much better now, so... Be careful, please. This blazer buttoned up like that. I don't know. So stuffy. Ugh. It's not worth it at all. Very hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Jeez. What was that? What was that? Guillermo, you're really smooth, aren't you? That's so much better. So he puts her arms around, twirls around, keep it unbuttoned, then I get it right. Shut up, okay? Please. What kind of logic is that? It is. What kind of... What are you saying like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. But that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. What the heck is this? I guess this is an anime dating sim after all, so you can expect. Whatever. I'm saying all these embarrassing things. Good lord. I didn't say anything embarrassing, please. No, it's you both. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Well, if you focus on getting to bed earlier, fine. It's a deal. We really are better at taking care of each other. Okay, nice. We really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. I guess so, huh? Maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems you wrote now? Thank you, Monica. Oh, thank you, Monica, for saving me from this ungodly situation that I keep finding myself in. Guillermo, I can't wait to read yours. Yes, Sam. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but still, Sayori trucked away to retrieve her poem. Okay, we're gonna do the opposite order. So we're gonna do Natsuki, Yuri, Monica, Sayori. The opposite order this time. Well, I commit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess I've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really stuck to me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know. But honestly, I get someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you. It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say that we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Yeah, guess I'm supposed to show you my poem here. Let's see, Amy likes spiders. Oh boy, does she now. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders, so that's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. Oh wait. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders. Her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Oh dang. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if friends are I like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. This has an underlining meaning about what's that word? Prejudice. Not bad, right? Not bad. But an undertone to it. Could have been longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues, such simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Oh yeah. Like anyone would agree the subject's poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, but it's always about everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Maybe you're afraid of people to find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what someone likes, as long as it's not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. And conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. This is the daily thing now? Okay, so reverse order, so Yuri's up next. Yuri is probably going to say, ooh, what a bit of a change. And is it my turn? I'll see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Guillermo. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayori's, perhaps? See, I knew she'd say that. I knew exactly she'd say that. Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. Gosh dang it, don't say... I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need people to like them or anything. Yuri? I'm sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried something to do in your style, I'd probably just do a terrible job. I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind. It likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid of being a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. I don't feel like you need to work your brain just for turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. Ah, thank you. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. Now I gotta go back into just neutrality. Oh gosh, I have one example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. This is the poem you wrote for today. Yuri nods and simply hands me her poem. Let's do it. We got the raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by a scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon is I'm yawning. Sorry. And is that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The mood increments its phase and reflects that much more light of cutting off my knife. The very same light that glitters in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the nearly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy? I can't read. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic. I can't read that. Conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. It's a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. Do they have different fonts? I want to check this. Text options. Is it English? They don't have different fonts. I would have loved to see what fonts there were. I just noticed that. I'm sorry. Okay. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault. I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. 853. Okay. My preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I took that at face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the fact that it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. And sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Yeah? She did? Yeah. She was talking about it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, did she really feel that way? Yeah. Hell, you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, seem like the person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose it's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay, well thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Important in a friendship to be a good listener. Okay, we have the top tier, Monica. Top tier. Hi again, Guillermo. How's the writing going? It's going great. Going wonderful. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe you'll soon come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we had those sort of things in common. Well, maybe good friends, but Sayori and I actually are really different. That may be the case. But maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's kind of the vibe when I get reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori has a writing that's kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. I'm gonna love it, I bet you. Alright, let's take a look. Save me! I'm feeling that already. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveform, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. We're doing trigonometry now? Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, and playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Oh, what is this, a video game? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess just the way I write. You also write trigonometric ratios. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never seen before, I guess. Kind of playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Yo, where's your writing tip of the day? It's almost like magic. Yo, writing tip of the day, I want to hear it. The way I wrote the lines really sure makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about, it ain't the right question. A poem can be abstracted as the physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Yo, let's go. Okay, let's hear it. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. It's good advice right there. And never know, and you might change your mind. When something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What even am I talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Writing tip. We should show it to Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Guillermo. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sayori. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can't I? Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? And when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Guillermo poem. And that makes it feel extra special. I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just wanted to go by my heart, quite literally. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. So a poem could convey rage, and you'd be okay with that. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Well, I know. I know. Me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Don't you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. We're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Well, wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that is unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Good lord. Thanks, Guillermo. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now. Okay, oh boy. Bottles! Oh, it's about to be great. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out, warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper, my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up. And in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. It's kinda sad. Holy crap! Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe it's because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. I'm pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. Indeed, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Foreshadowing. Okay. Don't get ahead of yourself. Shiroi's always had a habit of being obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Being the passion in her eyes may be hard for me to be pessimistic. Yeah, so we're gonna finish up the day, then we're gonna end the video. So, okay, everyone. We're all there reading each other's poems, right? I have an extra plan today, so everyone come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do you really have something for the festival? How we could put together anything good in just a few days? I'm embarrassing ourselves getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need more than a few decorations. Zioris? Jeez, I am tired. Sarah's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Yeah, that's great and all, but it does not tell us what we're exactly doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you've heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yep, we're gonna be having a poetry performance. I called it. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Zori's putting it all on the poster just in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Zori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already starting up these posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, you know? That is true. You probably should have told them beforehand. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. You know, you tell yourself these things, but you can do it. Public speaking ain't that hard. See, the hardest part of going up and actually doing public speaking is before, not during. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. You could. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand what they're coming from. Remember, Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud in front of a whole room of people. I think it's kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. We start the event, and each put on a good performance. Then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah? It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, Horizon Zero Dawn, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. You know, we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to just get it over with. Alright, phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else, expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. And that is everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. You wanna know what that is? You wanna know what that is? That's some foreshadowing right there. Okay. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours, and we're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden! If you can't recite a poem in front of the club, how are you supposed to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Oh, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself, and stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. You want that her inflection is pristine. Very key to have good inflection when reciting. She knows exactly when to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing her the words come to life. Make every stanza count. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I'm telling you, this is why Monica's the best. She's confident. She's smart, athletic. I'm telling you, that's just the best option. Best one here. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Oh, thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ooh, okay. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she quietly walks over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances between of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called The After Image of a Crimson Eye. Ooh. Yuri's voice shakes as he starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why are you suddenly putting in so much effort? Because Monica made her feel something. You know what I'm saying? You feel inspiration. As Yuri gets past a few couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. My thing just went, my iPad just went off. Anyways, this must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she finishes. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she is bewildered even himself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her. We were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. So Yuri is down for the count. Okay, guess I'm next then. Yuri hops up out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. It's really not that hard. You just gotta get started, and once you get started, you'll be good to go. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read on this paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing this come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. And Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did not inflect that line right at all. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Guillermo liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. It might need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I'm practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then, next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time for that before the festival, you know. Okay, who's next? Natsuki. To make me go before Guillermo. That's all I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Guillermo lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Stand up, sit in front of the podium. Oh, everyone has their eyes on me. Quite literally. I feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. It's not exactly confident in my own writing. It's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I'm thinking less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting a poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's a little unenthused, whatever, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like when they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. Oh, it wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well. Should at least feel prepared enough to recite the poem in front of other people. I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. Not to be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so I guess in that case, you wouldn't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem to get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so I'll let you know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. Oh, really? It doesn't have to be my own. I would instantly just recite the poem, If by Rudyard Kipling. I would just recite that one. Not a poem that I would write. Not a poem that I have written. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting in all its effort for the club. Oh gosh, the pose. It makes me real happy. You forgot to say that Monica smiles sweetly. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. That's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day. Can't wait. I can do this. I could do this. Alright. Stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find some enthusiasm like Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to fit in. For the sake of the club and impressing Monica. Oh, heck yeah. Then I'll have to do my best. Oh, heck yeah. We gotta impress Monica. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Oh, gosh. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Guillermo. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's just go already. Walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, lots of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. Let's just say that one day, Yuri asked you to walk home with you, huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. It's kind of inevitable, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pick someone. I'm picking Monica. Also, if Yuri asked me to walk home with her and Sayori, didn't... So, here's the scenario I'm picturing in my head. Yuri is, asking me, yo, hey, you wanna walk home? And Sayori is also there, waiting for me to, come with her. In that case, I would say, hey, I hope you don't mind, but today... I might just walk with Yuri, but at the same time, knowing how this plays out, because I know this story, I know how it's gonna play out. Knowing how this plays out, honestly, it's a little tough. These are all conflicting decisions that all just wanna, because, how this works is that I wanted to be with Monica, okay? I want to be with Monica. I don't want to be with Yuri, Sayori, or Natsuki. So having only these questions asked where I can't say Monica as an answer, it doesn't feel fair. But I know why it's like that, because for the sake of the ending, which you'll see sometime, but what would I do? Isn't there just not do we all just live in the same neighborhood? Could we all just walk together? I get I'm gonna have to start liking someone here. Even though it is what, day 2, 3? I don't know. Day 3, I think. Anyways. Well, if Yuri asked me to walk home, I'd probably walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why the hell did I make my heart pound? Given how hard it is for her to socialize, it would feel awful turning her down, so Isn't she so beautiful and smart? There's nothing to do what I just said. You admitted it. Jeez. Not having any point in speculating something that would never going to happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's so long before you won't need me anymore. Need you? Sayori, I can figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. Hmm? You say so. Conversation trails off and I left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with a weird question. I can't just lie to her. There's something that make her feel happy. I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I feel no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay. Good stuff. We are going to save my game right here. And I will see you all later. So we're going to head up to the desktop, our good friend. We got new pictures? Oh gosh. I can have that as my desktop. It was this. A sketch of Sayori's initial character design drawn by David Evelyn. Okay. Yo, drawn by... You got some fan art here too? Dang. Oh, promo and sketches. Okay, okay. It's kind of sick. Alright, so of course we have the chibi stickers. Music, there's music. Oh, it's probably just the OS, the soundtrack. Well, guys, hope you've enjoyed Doki Doki Literature Club, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.